How are we doing, guys? Welcome to the preview and the predicted lineup. Arsenal against Tottenham. The North London derby. This is the one I look forward to the most during the season. It's the first fixture I look for in the calendar. They might not be the side that you challenge with for titles or anything, or they might not be the side that you worry about in terms of trophies, but they are them lot from down the road. And we know exactly what it means. And at the end of the day, what I say about them, they'll say about us. But a lot of what they say is just pointless. They'll talk about, oh, you're from Woolwich. There's nobody even alive, I don't think, from when we moved from Woolwich to North London. But if you want to get technical, then Spurs technically didn't become a North London side until the mid-60s. Because where they're situated was Middlesex. So if you want to get technical, Tottenham fans, we were a North London club long before you were, even though we moved from Woolwich. But you carry on going on about it. You can't even watch your team lift the league title in colour. 1961. Behave yourselves, man. But yeah, listen, at the end of the day, I've deliberately waited to record this because I wanted to watch the games between Nottingham Forest and Liverpool. And I wanted to kind of get a gauge of how they went and where it leaves us. And I'll tell you something, every single result was perfect for us. Absolutely spot on. Liverpool drawing 1-1 with Nottingham Forest. Last 20 minutes, how Liverpool didn't win that game. Well, I know how. It was the Nottingham Forest goalkeeper. But, you know, that's a brilliant result. Man City drawing 2-2 away to Brentford. And when you think of that scoreline, you probably think, that's not too bad. Brentford are a good side at home. But Man City were winning 2-0 until the 82nd minute. And they threw it away. Chelsea, they drew 2-2 with Bournemouth and they were at home. And Bournemouth were actually winning this game. And it took an injury time Reece James free kick to actually salvage a point for Chelsea. So everybody has dropped points. And that leaves us. Now we already know what has happened in recent weeks. When Liverpool drop points, we drop points. This is a big, big opportunity for us. Now, I know after this game, they're going to have a game in hand again. But the gap will be 4 points. We would have clawed 2 of those points back. And the way that Liverpool are playing as well, they're not playing like a Man City. You know, when they go on that unbelievable run at the back end of the season and they literally win game after game after game after game. Liverpool are not doing that. They're showing vulnerability. They're showing that there's weaknesses. The problem we've got is we're not in the best of form ourselves, are we? And that's why it kind of makes you feel, oh, don't mess this up. And especially don't mess it up against them shadow dwellers. Seriously, terrible, terrible football club. They sit 13th in the league. You know, we've conceded 18 goals. They've conceded 30. We see where their problems are. They haven't got any of their first choice centre-backs or even left-back going to be available for this game. You know, no Van der Vaart, no Romero, etc. But we've still got to be careful because what they can do is score goals at the other end. And they've actually scored more than us this season. They've actually scored 42 in comparison to our 39. But yeah, listen, at the end of the day, we just got to go out there and do the job. The crowd have to be on it. The players have to be on it. And these results should give no more bigger incentive than what they will have given them. The players should be going to sleep and thinking to themselves, cool, we know what we need to go and do. Do not let this opportunity slip again. Because like I said, every time Liverpool slip up, we slip up. Or vice versa, actually. We slip up, then Liverpool slip up after. And it just makes you think, doesn't it, if we didn't drop those 2 points against Everton and Fulham. Just makes you think, doesn't it? Those 4 points alone could have been winning that game and going level on points, and it's goal difference. That's how tight it's going to be. But team lineup is going to be very interesting. I think it's going to be pretty straightforward until we get to that final area, because that's where we've got problems at the moment. And there's going to be no new signings coming in for this game or anything. So we've got to go with what we've got. We have to back everybody and we have to get them over the line. Get the 3 points. It's that simple. So with that said, let's go and get into the starting lineup. In goal, David Raya. Very straightforward. But if Spurs get a penalty, which they used to always get against us, especially when Harry Kane was there, stand up. Don't dive an hour before they taking their run up. I counted 2 of the Manchester United penalties from Sunday where the player hadn't even lifted his foot to strike the ball and he's already halfway across the other side. Anyway, moving to right back, Jurriën Timber. Very, very straightforward. Right centre-back, William Saliba. Again, very straightforward. Left centre-back, Gabriel. Again, very straightforward. Left back, I feel it will be Miles Lewis-Skelly. I think he's been absolutely superb. From what I'm hearing is that Calafiori, his injury is not serious and he will be in contention. But I just feel Miles Lewis-Skelly will probably start. And he hasn't done a lot wrong. He's superb. And there's talk about Zinchenko leaving this window. And I think that's more to do with the fact that Miles Lewis-Skelly is now a first-team player. And he's keeping people like Zinchenko and Tierney, etc. out of the side. Simple. Moving into the midfield. First of all, Thomas Partey. Starting the game. Very straightforward. I think that with the news of Zubimendi, Thomas Partey will be going at the end of the season, but he's having a great season. So let's continue to utilise him. Very simple. On the right-hand side, I'm going to go with Raheem Sterling. I thought he'd done some very good things against Manchester United, and it was somebody that actually run at the back line with pace and took people on. Just wish he would release the ball a little bit quicker, look up, pass, maybe a bit quicker sometimes, or just pass. But I thought overall his play wasn't bad. And I certainly would have him on that right-hand side than I would Trossard, for example, all day long. Next to him, Martin Odegaard. A lot of people will criticise him because he obviously missed the penalty against Manchester United. But his overall play was decent. 10 chances he created in the game. There was nothing wrong with his overall play. His passing was back to more of its usual self, shall we say. But obviously everyone will just remember the penalty miss. Next to him, Declan Rice. Thought he done really well when he came on against Manchester United. Should have scored, especially that header. But it is what it is at the end of the day. And it's a very straightforward one. On the left-hand side, I'm going to go with Martinelli. Now, the one thing Tottenham do is play high and they leave space in the wide areas. Martinelli should have a field day. I cannot, and I'll say it again, I cannot see Spurs turning up and playing a low block. Postecoglou has made it very clear throughout his time that it's who they are. They won't ever change. I can't see it ever happening. Martinelli could be crucial in this game, as could Sterling, pacing behind. And that's a very simple one. And then up front as the main striker, Kai Havertz. Gabriel Jesus, of course, is out for the rest of the season. Ruptured his ACL. Terrible news. It was so nice seeing him back and scoring and smile on his face and this has happened. And I genuinely don't think we'll see him in an Arsenal shirt again, to be honest. But yeah, listen, at the end of the day, we ain't got anybody else. And I know he missed them opportunities and stuff, and I was so frustrated, but we've got to back him. And Mikel made a very good point that on the 27th of December, which was only less than 3 weeks ago, he scored the winning goal against Ipswich and everybody in the stadium singing Waka Waka. And then he's getting horrific abuse towards his partner and his child and stuff. It's just absolutely horrific, some of the stuff that was written. But yeah, at the end of the day, be critical. Do you know what I mean? You can slag off his performance and say he's shit or something or whatever, but nah, come on, man. But listen, at the end of the day, it would be poetic justice if he goes and wins us the game, wouldn't it? It would certainly shut a lot of people up, that's for sure. But yeah, for me, Kai Havertz is there. And I felt, listen, there's a lot of his game on Sunday against Man United was actually good. If Trossard actually threw his body at the ball and not let De Ligt tackle him from behind, Havertz had laid one on a plate for him. So yeah, listen, it is what it is. Let's get behind him and let's go and hope he scores the winning goal. So listen, there we go. That is it for the lineup. I think that's a very, very, very strong lineup, considering you'd love Saka and all that playing, wouldn't you? He would love to play in this game. He loves playing against them lot. But it is what it is at the end of the day. Defensively and midfield, it's as strong as we've got. And then up front, I think that's enough. But we'll wait and see. But listen, don't ruin this opportunity. Go and capitalise on Liverpool dropping points. And listen, let's not forget Nottingham Forest dropping points and Chelsea and Man City. And listen, Newcastle play and they win their game. Chelsea drop out of the top 4. It was only a few weeks ago they were telling us to just calm ourselves down. They'll take over from here and we'll deal with Liverpool and the title challenge. Fools. But yeah, listen, huge game, man. Please beat them. Please, 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 please beat them. It's all I ask. Please. So yeah, listen, let me know in the comment section what you think about the lineup and everything else. If you're new around here, hit the subscribe button, smash a like on this video, and I will see you lot very soon. I'm out of here.